So the Palacions case is another example, much like Brown, of how we look at statements that are offered as prior inconsistent statements offered to impeach, as opposed to those that come in as substantive evidence under 801 D1A. So in this case, the witness against the defendant was a woman who identified herself as the defendant's common law wife, and she previously made a statement to the DEA in which she said that he owned the marijuana found in her possession. And the question is whether that prior statement comes in. She says now that statement's not true and that she lied merely because he had hurt her and she was trying to get even with him. So, so the question then is her all we've got, if all we have is her prior statement that was not made under oath and was not made in a proceeding, deposition, hearing, etc., then all we have is something which tears down the statement that she's now making in court. We don't have any affirmative substantive evidence. And so that cannot be used in the prosecution's case to prove that the defendant is guilty of this crime. And so if we don't have other evidence that beyond a reasonable doubt establishes his guilt of this crime, that evidence will require the incorrect admission of that evidence as substantive evidence, as affirmatively proving the elements of the crime for the prosecution. If that's the way the trial court viewed the evidence improperly, then this conviction gets reversed. Key thing, remember, you can always bring in a person's prior inconsistent statement to tear down the statement that they're now making on the stand. You cannot, however, offer a person's prior inconsistent statement to prop up the prosecution or plaintiff's story unless that statement is previously offered under oath, under penalty of perjury in a trial, deposition, proceeding, etc. And that's Rule 80813, combined with 801 D1A.